Hello, this is the first in a series of videos I'll be doing, higher dimensional, HDP, higher dimensional parenting. I'll still be talking about the spirit babies and bringing them in and preparing for that and the awakening journey as well, but I've been doing Love from Baby for 10 years. Some of you have been with me for 10 years, so your spirit babies are full-flown kids now. So yeah, let's talk about higher dimensional parenting. And the first topic we're going to talk about is a big one, getting triggered by your kids' emotions. Now, a lot of the preparation that I talk about in bringing these new kids in is so that we can actually handle our emotions better. And like I say in so many places, our generation has a lot of work here because we have to unlearn the ways we were brought up. No fault of the parents or the grandparents, that's just the way it was. We're the ones who came here and decided to change things, so we have to do that. And the kids coming in are helping us. They're absolutely helping us. But this topic here, getting triggered by our kids' emotions, it's a tricky one. It's one that I am still in the midst of mastering. Much, much better than I used to be, but it's so easy now for me to catch when I'm being triggered and how to redirect. So as kids, our generation and previous generations, not all our emotions were tolerated. It's just so easy to feel like something's wrong if your kid's not happy, if you're not happy. We live in a culture where we're told if you're not happy, something's wrong. Well, that's bullshit. We're human and we came here to experience the full spectrum of human emotions. Even when we're enlightened, we're going to be feeling the whole spectrum. The difference is that we're not going to be ashamed of the anger. We're not going to feel guilty for feeling anything. Because the actual feeling in and of itself, whether your kid is angry or feeling lonely or left out or disappointed, those feelings are absolutely okay for you and your child. It's the secondary emotions we pile on top of that that really get us stuck. So, when we were kids, we were taught that there was something wrong with us if we were having a hard time, that we should, just get over it. Maybe we'd get yelled at. Maybe some of us would get hit if we were just acting in a way we weren't supposed to be acting. Or at the very least, maybe our parents were just impatient with us for having all these feelings. So these are things we're going to have to reconcile in ourselves. We don't have to do this before the children come. Absolutely not. When they're here, they will help you and they will show you. They will show you. My kids are amazing when it comes to showing me how to love unconditionally. And because of their example, I know exactly how to handle their emotions. So if I'm upset about something, and especially my two younger kids. My oldest kid, he's very wise, very intuitive. There's still a little bit of karma being worked out. He has the wisdom to do this. It'll be easier for him than it is for the adults, but he can still take my emotions on a bit. He can take them and feel them himself. That'll work out. It'll work out as part of all our journeys, but my younger two, very, very self-possessed. They know that there's something wrong with me. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with them. If I'm having an emotion, they know they're not the cause of it. I mean, that's an amazing thing. Amazing thing. I'm just going to use my middle son right now as an example. If I'm sick, if I'm upset, if I'm grumpy, what does he do? He hugs me and tells me I'm the best mama in the world. He tells me I'm going to feel better really soon. And he's happy. He's happy. He can be happy around me because he knows he's good. Like, I'm good. Mama's not happy. I'm going to give her love. And thanks to that, thanks to my children, I know how to give it to them when they're upset. Because truthfully, my default, if I saw one of my kids disappointed or angry, it would trigger me. It would bring up my own past feelings of being left out or angry or disappointed. It would trigger me because I would feel responsible for their feelings, like I had to fix it. We don't have to fix their feelings. The only thing we have to do is let them have that and love them through it. If we make them feel bad about it, like, you shouldn't be feeling that way. If we do that, if we pile on the shame and guilt on top of the primary feeling, that's going to get them stuck. And we don't want that for them or us. They're going to stay there longer until we accept their feeling. And I am not perfect at this. This is a great example just a few days ago. Ooh, a big hawk just flew by. A couple of days ago, my son was disappointed about something, and something didn't come in the mail, and I just wasn't in the mood to be around a disappointed kid. You know? So I'm trying to talk him out of it. Oh, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. It'll be here. But you know what? It is a big deal to him. I saw what I was doing there. I saw how it wasn't helping. So instead I switched gears and said, Rowan, I'm so sorry. I know it stinks. I love you, and it's going to be so good when it's here. You know, just empathize, sympathize, say it's okay. Actually, you don't even have to tell them it's okay they feel that way. They know it's okay they feel that way. They know it. Like, they know it's okay to be upset. They know it's okay to be angry. They know it's okay to be disappointed. Of course. That they're kids. They have this knowing. We just love them through it. So, you know, instead I just hugged them. I loved myself. I felt it, and that is key right there. So, if you're finding you're triggered by them, this is what has shifted my parenting huge throughout the years. Take a deep breath, be silent, hug them, and love yourself. I love myself. It's okay for him to feel this way. It's okay for me to feel this way. I love myself. I love my child. So just make this huge environment, this saturate it with love. Just saturate it. Just love them through it. Take some time out and just love them through it. My kids have never had a time out for incorrect behavior. Maybe it works for some people. It never felt right to me. Instead, we could have what's called a time in, where I put them on my lap, I let them talk about what they're feeling, and I just love us through it. I try and do this as often as I can. If I'm in a good place, then I can do it. If I'm in a tough place, it can be harder. But thankfully, our kids will give us all the practice we need. If we're being triggered by our kids, it's because something needs to be resolved in us. And loving our kid through this emotion unconditionally not only supports their feeling, it heals the repressed feeling in us too. So when you're triggered, just notice it. Take a deep breath. Soften your face. Notice the body language. If you're constricted, just relax. These are keys to your body. If you can even smile a little bit, keys to your body that you can relax, you can handle this. And go back to that self-talk of, this is perfectly appropriate. It can be actually a precious moment, loving your kid through their emotions. Precious moment for you, absolutely for you. And if you can master this, then that is a huge, huge, huge leap into higher dimensional parenting. So practice it with you. You know, when you're having these feelings that feel unacceptable, love yourself through it. I talk about this in so many places. Love yourself through that. Love your kid through it. The love will make the anger, it'll make it go away. As soon as I was able to love my son for his disappointment after the thing not coming in the mail, as soon as I was able to accept his disappointment and love him, it went through him. So the better we can love, the faster the primary emotion will pass for you and for your child. So give it a try. You'll see insta results, and you'll know that it's absolutely worth it. All right, see you next time. Love you.